Hey guys, I'm Hallie Roman, and in the fall I'll be a junior at Nebraska on the swim and dive team. Right now I'm filming this from my hometown back in Port Huron, Michigan, and today I'm going to talk about respect with you guys. So for me personally, respect means to treat people the way you want to be treated, just like it says on the worksheet that you guys have. I also learned this as the golden rule back in elementary school, so I think it's really important that even 10 years after I learned this advice, it's still important in my daily life, which means your respect for other people can go a long way for the rest of your life. So it's important to treat people with respect, and remember that your actions and your words can both show how much you respect a person. So it's not just how you talk to somebody, but also how you act around them. So now we're gonna go through the worksheet that you guys have. I have mine printed out here. I'm gonna read through the questions, and I encourage you guys to stop after each question that I read, pause the video, and write down your responses, and then push play again. The first thing it says on this paper is to pick someone that seems to be unlike you. So for me personally, I picked Demi Lovato because I'm a big fan of her, but I'm an athlete and I have no musical or acting talent. So even though we could have some similarities in the end, we're very different people. So next it says to write down 3 questions that you would like to ask the person about his or her life. So for my 3 questions, I wrote down, how do you deal with struggles or challenges in life? What is the main piece of advice that you would give someone with big goals and dreams? And the last thing I asked is, how has respect gotten you to where you are today? I think these are kind of big questions, but because she is so famous and popular and has so much success, I kind of would like to know where she is getting that from or what she's had to do to get where she is. The next thing it says is to write down 3 things about yourself that you would tell them. For me, I wrote down that I have a really great family and I love my dogs. The second thing is that I love shopping and traveling. And the last thing is, of course, I go to the best school in the country. These were kind of hard for me because it can be tough to talk about yourself in a conversation, but it's always important to be honest with someone else. Question number 4 says, answer the next 4 questions. And the first one is, do you think you and this person have any similarities? I think that you could have similarities with anyone. It's just important to not judge a book by its cover and get to know them before you assume anything. The next thing is, if you picked a person that looked just like you, do you think there'd be more similarities? Just like I said for the last question, I think there would maybe be more similarities, but it's hard to pick out what because you can't always judge a book by its cover, and you should always get to know someone before you judge them by what they look like. So the third question in this section is, when you first looked at the picture and thought of your questions, did you find yourself making judgments? I didn't find myself making that many judgments because even though this person is famous, you probably have more in common with someone than you think you do. So it's always important to respect them, even if their social media looks different, get to know them before you're judging them. The last question on this page is, what do you think you could learn from this person? I think that you could probably learn a lot more from someone than you think you can because they've been through a completely different life and different life events than you have. So it's always important to see other perspectives and get to know people, and that could help you get through things in your life. So now that we've completed the entire worksheet, I'm just gonna say thank you guys for doing Lincoln Leaders today. Congratulations on this big achievement of being chosen as a Lincoln Leader, and as always, go Big Red.